5 years ago, Lena thought she was making the smartest decision of her life. She sat across from Ethan in that dimly lit Italian bistro, the same one where they'd had their first date, and slid his key back across the table. Her voice was soft, but firm. "It's not you," she lied. "It's timing, ambition. We want different things." Ethan, sweet, quiet Ethan with his crooked smile and slightly too big nose, just nodded. He didn't cry, didn't yell, just tucked the key into his pocket and said, "I hope you find what you're looking for, Lena." What she didn't say, what she couldn't bring herself to admit out loud, was that she'd started seeing someone else, someone sharper, taller, jawline like a Greek statue, a guy who turned heads when they walked into a room together. And secretly, she'd grown embarrassed by Ethan. His thrift store sweaters, his messy hair, his lack of polish. To her friends, she spun it as growing apart, but deep down, she knew the truth. She left him because he wasn't handsome enough for the life she wanted to project. Fast forward 5 years. Lena was now 31, working at a boutique PR firm, dating a finance bro named Chad, yes, really, and living in a sleek downtown loft she mostly Instagrammed and rarely cleaned. Life was fine, comfortable, a little hollow. One Thursday evening, she attended an exclusive rooftop launch party for a new luxury skincare line, a client event. Champagne flutes, string lights, influencers everywhere. She adjusted her dress, sipped her drink, and scanned the crowd for familiar faces. Then she saw him, walking through the glass doors like he owned the building. Tall, broad-shouldered, wearing a tailored navy suit that hugged every sculpted curve. His jawline, chiseled. His hair, thick, styled, effortlessly cool. His eyes, still the same warm hazel, but now framed by cheekbones that could cut glass. It was Ethan. Her stomach dropped. He hadn't seen her yet. He was shaking hands, smiling, that same crooked smile, only now it looked devastatingly charming. A woman in a sequin dress leaned in to whisper something in his ear. He laughed. It was a rich, confident sound Lena didn't recognize. She froze. "Who's that?" asked her colleague, fanning herself. "That's Ethan," Lena whispered. "Wait, that's Ethan? The Ethan you dated? The kinda nerdy, kinda plain Ethan?" Lena nodded, throat dry. "No freaking way." Before she could bolt, he turned. Their eyes locked. For a heartbeat, time stopped. Then he smiled, not the shy grin she remembered, but a slow, knowing smirk, and began walking toward her. "Lena," he said, voice deeper, smoother. "Long time." "Ethan, wow, you look—" She trailed off, unable to finish. "Different?" He chuckled. "Yeah, life has a way of reshaping you, inside and out." He didn't gloat, didn't throw her past words in his face, just stood there, calm, magnetic, radiating success. Turns out, after she left him, Ethan hit rock bottom. Then he got up. He sold his old car, moved into a studio apartment, and poured himself into fitness and coding. 16-hour days, meal prepping, gym before sunrise, nights studying blockchain development. Within 2 years, they co-founded a fintech startup. By year 4, they were acquired for 8 figures. Now, he owned half a wellness empire, traveled the world, and, according to the whispers around them, was recently named Most Eligible Bachelor by some glossy magazine. "So," he said, swirling his whiskey, "how's Chad?" Lena blinked. You know about Chad?" "I make it a point to know things that matter." He paused. "And things that don't." The dig was subtle, elegant. It stung more than a slap. Later that night, alone in her Uber, Lena stared at her phone. Scrolling through Ethan's Instagram, hiking Machu Picchu, speaking at tech conferences, laughing with celebrities, she felt something unfamiliar: regret. Not because he was rich, not even because he was gorgeous, but because the man she discarded for being not enough had become everything, not for her, but for himself. And he didn't need her to validate it. A week later, a small velvet box arrived at her office. No note. Inside, the key she'd returned to him 5 years ago, polished, mounted on a silver chain. Attached, a single line engraved on the back. Turns out, I was always enough. You just couldn't see it. She cried, not out of sadness, out of awe. Ethan never contacted her again, and somehow that silence hurt more than any revenge ever could. Moral: never underestimate the power of a broken heart to fuel a phoenix rise, and never mistake surface beauty for worth, because true value is forged in fire, not filtered through a lens. Sometimes the ones you leave behind don't stay behind. Sometimes they fly so far ahead you can't even see them in the rear view. And sometimes that's exactly how it should be.